Hey everyone, Mark from Opal. Today's task is I need to make some earrings. In fact, I need to make two pairs of earrings. So I've got some rough opal here that we've had for a little while. We're going to go through this and try and select a couple of nice gems that we can slice up and make two nice pairs out of a stone or a sister stone, something like that. So anyway, I'll show you the process of selecting, and then we'll get them rough shaped on the wheels, and I'll show you a bit of the process of shaping them and turning them into nice little gems. So thanks for watching. If you like these videos, please give us a like and subscribe. That would help out our channel heaps. So hope you enjoy. Okay, so I've selected a few pieces here out of some rough that might be okay for earrings. So I only need to make some small earrings, so they don't have to be too crazy big. So this piece here, I reckon we'll be able to pretty much make a couple of nice circles in here or something. It's a little bit skinny on one side here and there, so we'll probably lose a tiny bit off here and here. Sorry, I'll get it to focus. Nice clean stone though. So anyway, that one there might have the potential. Until we face it, we won't know. And that weighs, so it's only 7 carats. Right, here's another piece. Got a little bit of sand down the edge here. So realistically we'll lose quite a bit of that, I would reckon. Oh, I can see sand in there now. You can probably see if I can get that to focus on it. Right, it's a bit hard to see, but there is sand in that section there. We're not quite that far, but so we'll cut that across there. So there's a good chance we'll get a couple of nice earrings out of here for a pair out of the one stone. And it may even face better this side yet. Until we take this capstone off, we really won't know. So beautiful opal, this nice and hard, good stable ground this came from. So this is a bit more like a part of a shell, this one. It's probably a little bit skinny actually, but I thought I might just, I'm more interested in just taking the cap off this and just see what's underneath. You can see this corner here, it's got a nice bit of flash, but it is pretty much potch and colour, this one. It's not skin to skin, there's not colour all the way through it. But I might just take that off while we're at it. Have a look. Okay, so this next bit, it's got nice colours through it. May have a good colour bar on this side yet, really hard to tell. But it is potch and colour, so it's got a few colour bars through. It's not solid skin to skin colour. But so there's a bit of this dead potchy part on top there. We'll get rid of that. And then we'll see what that comes up like. But again, hang on to it. That may come up with two nice little gems as well. What's that one? Weighs 10 carats. Okay, so this stone here, see the colour poking out there. It's got nice colour from here to here, full colour. It's got a capstone on the back, so until we really take a bit of this off, we won't know exactly what's hiding in there. But that one, if it faces like I hope it will, that will get quite a few nice little earrings, or even a ring stone out of that. We'll have a look. That one weighs 16 carat. These chunky ones I'm still not sure what to do with exactly yet. They're full colour, but we might, yeah, I might wait for a future video for that. I might take this capstone off and just see exactly what's hiding under there. Camera, as again, doesn't pick up the colours very well. But that's not a bad stone, and this one I've rubbed a little bit off to see what's in there as well. And I think it'll probably face better this side. In fact, I'll try to just play around with this camera for a sec, drop the exposure down a bit. You might see a bit more what it's going to look like. So yeah, it's got potential, but I think these are a bit of an overkill for earrings. I might make a pendant or something out of these at a later date. Anyway, so that's what we've got. What do they weigh anyway? 77 and 59. Water drop right in the wrong spot. Alright, okay, so let's get into rubbing the back and seeing what we've got. Okay, next bit. Let's take a bit of the rough surface off this one. So I only need 2 pairs of earrings out of this, so I just want to cut a bit to see what we've got here anyway. That's what happens when you find a parcel. Not all of it's winners, but you'd be surprised sometimes what can pop out. So that piece is not coming up too bad. Let's see if I can get it to focus for you. Got a bit of colour in there, quite skinny. So we'll just take a bit of the edge off this so we can get down to the colour bar again. See where it's going. Very skinny again, it's got a bit of fox on the back of this piece. So that piece there, I'll be able to get a couple of nice earrings out of that later. So just finish flattening this off a little bit. Come up around it a bit. So you can see exactly where the colour is. Take off a little bit of sand on that side. A rough shape. I know we're grinding away carrots, but at the end of the day you still have to set it into something. Well, I do anyway. So I'll just take a bit of this capstone off here. I think this will be the face though. So all I'm doing really is flattening the back a little bit. Having a bit of a look. Yeah, it's nothing that exciting there, so I'll start working on the face to see what the colour's like under here. A few little cracks on the side here. I'll probably hit it with a pick. So yeah, definitely that's the face. Starting to show a bit of colour, we'll just get rid of that staining, the yellowy brown capstone left on there. Try and even up the stone a little bit too. Still got my pencil line in there where I drew on it before. You can see we're not taking much off. Really rock hard this stuff. You can push pretty hard and it doesn't actually take much off, so which is good. So there's a little bit of sand there and there. I'm pushing slightly harder on the edges, so it does make a slight cabochon dome. And we're talking not much, as in it's not dead flat, but it's still working the edges, and then you get down to the bit we want to remove in the middle. So, starting to come up okay. Well, that was a bit unfortunate. The camera stopped. I didn't actually realise. Anyway, what happened was, I think where it got up to the last bit was there was a bit of sand in the side of this. It was very skinny on the side here as well, where there was a piece of sand coming in on the edge. So at the end of the day, all I've done is ground that down. So what's happened now is we've got almost 2 lines parallel with some beautiful, nice, clean opal skin to skin colour. So what I can do now is, I'll just grab this template to give me an idea. If I wanted to make some round earrings, so what are we up to? 8mm. So we could probably get a nice couple of 8mm earrings out of that. That's probably what we'll do. I'll slice that and then make them. So anyway, let's get on with it. So that's one piece, another bit done. So far what we've actually ended up with, far as out of that rough that's worth making earrings out of, is that piece there. We're able to get some nice bits, and that one there. So I'm not sure if I mentioned earlier, but they're basically going to be inlay earrings, so solid opal. They won't be glued on like a doublet or anything, so basically they'll be hard wearing. You can wear them in the shower, swimming, whatever you want to do with them. And the water or everything won't affect the glue layer, which quite often can happen when you buy doublets and triplets and things like that. So anyway, make a nice little pair. What else do we do? Oh, this piece here. Yeah, sorry, that bit's a goer as well. That one's okay. These other two pieces, I'll just swap these out. These other bits here, that's pretty much junk. Little bit of colour come up through there. Very skinny on the end. There's another bit of colour there. You probably may get an earring at some point, but you really obviously want to match them up. And this bit here had a little piece that was popping out on the side, and then once I took this capstone off, it's just dead in the middle, just like potch. And then it popped out a little bit of colour out this side as well. The camera's picking it up, so when that cap was on there, it looked like it went all the way through, but it didn't. So they can't all be winners. Right, we've got one piece left. Oh, no, we don't. That's it. So these three bits here, that's what we're going to now slice and put our templates on them and find out what we can make out of those. Okay, so we'll give these a bit of a quick dry. Just with a nice soft cloth, which doesn't really matter because we're going to go back on the grinding wheels anyway. But, so anyway, so this is what we're left with. There is still a little bit of a low spot in here. I don't know if you can see that or not. In here, that needs a bit more shaved off, and that's pretty skinny there, so I'm actually going to probably write that bit off. So we need to make earrings. So what we want to do, and preferably I think they're after round ones. So what I'll do is, so really we're going to get obviously two out of here. So if you want to split it, that's kind of the area we've got to play with. What I'll do is go as big as I can on this template. So when I draw a circle, it'll come down a bit. I wonder whether I should make oval shapes out of that one. I'd say get a 9 by 7, 10 by 6. Probably squeeze in a couple of 10 by 6s. Yeah, we might try that. The only problem with oval shaped earrings is they can tend to roll around when people are wearing them, so then they don't sit even. But so that's one option here. We can do that. Yeah, we can get a couple of nice earrings like that. There is a little bit of a spot which does come in under there, so if they were perfectly round, that could be a bit of an area which could be a concern. So that would be two really nice stable earrings if I do it like that. So maybe we'll stick with that. Put that one aside. Okay, what do we got here? So next one, we'll try and get some nice round earrings out of this one. So we'll go as big as we can. We split the difference roughly first, so it's all quite stable all the way around that particular stone. So it's going to be more off centre that way though, because we lose a little bit here. So we always go the littlest piece, probably across like that. And the size that we'll end up with, so this is an 8mm template, but by the time you draw with the pencil you lose a tiny bit, so these will, probably end up being 7.5 by the time they're actually cut. But I will go outside the lines, as in make them as big as I possibly can. So there we have it. We'll get another couple of nice little earrings out of that one. This stone here, stone's dry now, so it doesn't really show the colour much. It's actually a double-sided stone. There is a lot of potch in this area here still, and a nice little colour vein through there, but that's definitely got a better show of colour. So, excuse me, so I need earrings, so let's do that. Tiniest bit of sand there. Plenty to work out though. So, again, sort of make roughly 2 halves, and then get the biggest earrings we can out of that. So 9.5's not going to happen. Probably 8.5 on the template, which will end up being 8mm round by the time they're done. Get one in there, and we'll squeeze one in there as well. Okay. Right, we'll get them on the trim saw, split that down the middle, and then we'll shape these up. Okay, we'll give these a quick shape and we'll get them on dob sticks. Just trying to keep outside the lines, save as much opal as we can, and then once they're on dob sticks we'll shape them up exactly how we want them. Doing this as well, you can then flatten the back off. It saves a lot of time later, and you know how the opal is probably going to end up turning out. So very rough shape. Okay, we have our rough shaped stones here now. So these are the little round ones, and they come in at 3.7 carats. These are going to be the oval shaped ones. Nice and bright, these ones. So 4.1. One of these is a bit thicker too. I have to cut a lot more off the back of this. And the other pair, they're going to come up quite nice as well. And 3.8. So we'll still lose a few carats. Well, when I say a few carats, we'll lose a bit of carat when we cut them. What we'll do now is we'll put them on dob sticks, and because they're so small, I won't use wax this time. I'm actually going to glue them on, and I've made a little jig up, 3D printed a jig that helps lining up the little sticks we've got for that. Okay, so this is a jig I've made just to help when I'm dobbing opal on sticks. I generally, sometimes when they're small opal, I use glue if I've got a whole batch to do. Sometimes easier to just do them, leave them for a few hours and then come back to them. Wax is okay, but it is a bit fiddly, and when you're using small stones, I just find it's just easier to glue them sometimes. So anyway, what this is just basically a 3D printed jig we made up. It's got magnets to hold the front plate on, and it holds the little dobbing sticks like so, and then we just have the opal down the bottom. It keeps everything nice and straight. Anyway, what we do is take that off, grab your opal, and we're obviously sticking the dob stick on the back, so you work out what the back is. In this case it's that way, so you just stick it underneath where the stick's going to go. Work out which way the face is on this. Right, I think that's the face, so that's the back. So all we do is stick it basically underneath this line here. It's really a bit hard to see there. So that's the front, so that's the back. I've just got a bit of blue tack. There's a bit of a channel we made in there where the blue tack sits into. Stick that on there. Helps if you make sure that your stones are pretty dry as well when you do this. So lucky last. Then you just put the face back on, snaps on like that, and then drop your pins in. They sit on top of the opal like that. You can tweak them up a bit, like we line them up into the centres, obviously like that once we put a bit of glue in there. Just stops them falling around everywhere. And I've got multiple ones of these. You can do batches up at 30 at a time and all that sort of stuff if you need to. Right, so that kind of holds them like that when it keeps them nice and straight on the sticks when you're doing multiples. Okay, I've got a bit of 2-part epoxy just in a little container. I was getting an old cotton bud that I've used for cleaning something, and just mix that up. So equal parts epoxy and hardener. Right, you're going to mix that for at least a minute. I won't bore you with that. Okay, so that's nice and evenly mixed now. 2 parts there. Then what we do is just get your jig, get a little bit of glue out like that. You don't want to go too much. All we do is lift up the little dob stick, put a bit of glue on the bottom, drop it straight back down in the centre of the stone. And do that with all of them before the glue goes off. Glue goes rock hard. And I'll just fine tune these in a sec, but I'll just get them on there first. And then once we've cut the face of these stones, we can then take them off and do the backs. If you're going to do a double-sided stone, or if you're going to set them, you just tidy up the back a little bit so they sit in a setting properly, and then take the glue off. Multiple ways you can do this. I just find this is a lot easier when you're doing lots of them. So a little bit of glue. Put it on the end of the dob stick. Straight onto the stone like that. And then what I do to get it, make sure they're nice and lined up, basically just go back to the start, move the stone around if you want to. Just make sure they're all sitting nice and straight. Just makes it easier when you're spinning them around on the cutting wheels, that they're all nice and even. Don't have to be perfect, but it does help the finish. That's pretty much it. You just let them set, and then yeah, then back to the wheels. Okay, so there we have it. There's 6 little bits of opal dobbed up, ready to hopefully make 3 full pairs of opal. Who knows what can happen in the meantime. So as you can see, it's got a bit of glue, sits on the back of the opal like that. They're all pretty straight. And just let them set and then get into it. Okay, after a few hours and the glue's set, you can take the little lid off and they just pop straight out like that. And we're ready to start cutting some little earrings. Okay, again, so lots of water, and we'll just start cutting this. Getting a bit more of the shape out of this now. I can eyeball it a bit, but then I can put it on our grid, get a bit better idea of the size it's going to be. Alright, so you get the idea. Just keep working on it. We'll just make them all the same and I'll show you the end result. Okay, so we finished cutting our opal into earrings. So I've got a pair of circles there and a couple of pairs of ovals. So what we do then, we boil the kettle to get the glue off. Just put a bit of hot water in any dish, really, doesn't matter. And then what I do is just grab them, put them straight in the hot water for a few seconds, give it a bit of a twist around. Won't worry the opal at all. What that does is soften the glue. Well, that one just fell off. So then we can just clean the glue straight off the back, like that. I've got to clean the backs of these up yet. So yeah, so you can actually get a knife and get under there and chip it off, but you can risk damaging the opal as well. So basically just give them a little heat with the water, and if they haven't been on the dob stick for very long, as in a day, it comes off really easily. If these have been on there for a week or so, you might have to soak them a bit longer and they'll just come straight off. So it's a good technique, it makes the glue go soft and they just pull off straight like that. So what I'll do now is finish those off and I'll clean the backs of them, which just means flattening them off on the cutting wheels, and that's pretty much it. Okay, so there we have it. There's our 3 pairs of earrings, all cut, ready to be set. All I've done is put them back on the wheels, ground the backs down nice and even, and made them to a thickness that I want to set them into some little stud earrings. So there you go. I'll just give them a quick weigh up too. Camera doesn't pick up the colours very well, but some really beautiful reds in the left-hand pair. Centre pair's more a salmony pink with rainbow all the way through it. And the ones on the right are pretty bright as well, very similar to the ones on the left. Okay, I'll just give these a quick weigh up. So what do you reckon? They'd have to be probably, well, 3 carats-ish, wouldn't they, for a pair? There you go, cool, 3 carats for that one. These are probably 2.5 maybe, 2.8, so that's pretty good. And these are very similar, so I'm guessing 3 carats for these ones. 3.1, nice. Alright, so there you have it. Hope you enjoyed this video. Give you a bit of an idea if you're a bit gun shy of wax, when you can use glue instead. It's good for multiple batches. Wax can sometimes, when they're quite small stones, get a little bit fiddly, and also if it gets cold enough, it can actually come off sometimes with small stones when you're in the middle of cutting. So I found glue's generally a lot simpler, a lot easier and quicker. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed that. Yeah, I'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.